Welcome back to the Malaysia Money Matters show. It's the 10th of September 25. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the most crucial financial and political headlines, both locally and internationally. Our goal, to get you well-informed, quickly and clearly, and maybe find some hidden nuggets you'd otherwise miss. Let's kick things off here in Malaysia. There's a lot happening on the governance and corporate front. The MACC, the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, is certainly making waves. We're hearing 9 more individuals are set to be charged in that MEX2 project probe.
That's right, and this is alongside Maju Expressway owner Abu Sahid. He's facing some really serious charges.
Yeah, over RM 450 million, criminal breach of trust, money laundering. It even extends to his wife and a former director.
It's a big one. And what's interesting is how other companies are reacting. Econpile, for instance. They clarified that, look, the substantial payments they got from Abu Sahid, that was for a completely unrelated property project.
Not linked to MEX2 at all.
Exactly. And they're actually suing him now for unpaid work on that other project.
Hmm.
It really shows you how complex these investigations get.
Absolutely. Tangled webs, indeed. And the MACC's activity doesn't stop there. They've also officially seized RM 170 million in cash multi-currency from former PM Ismail Sabri Yaqub's aides.
And that money is now officially government property.
Yeah.
Charges are still being reviewed in that case, though.
Right. And another forfeiture. RM 12 million from Vantris Energy, formerly Sapura Energy. Alleged misuse there, too.
Yes, and Vantris, well, Sapura Energy, as it was, has faced bribery claims in the past. This seems part of ongoing scrutiny. It sends a pretty clear message about accountability.
Definitely. And the MSCC's reach is wide. They're seeking UK asset info related to former PM Dr Mahathir Mohamad and his son's declarations.
And 4 senior armed forces officers are apparently set to be charged in a smuggling probe, leaking military info for bribes, allegedly.
Wow. Okay, one probe did close, though, the one involving a mineral exploration license linked to former PM aide Farhash Wafa Salvador.
Right, closed without charges. Seems the conditional license wasn't actually fully granted or ever used.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Some positive economic news.
Yes, actually. Malaysia's international reserves have climbed. They're at a new 10-year high, US $122.7 billion.
So what does that mean for us, practically?
Well, it's a stronger economic shield. Think of it like a bigger buffer against market shocks, Gives Bank Negara more flexibility with the ringgit, too. More stability overall.
Good to hear. Now, talk about a pivot. Clasita. Soon to be NexG Bina. They're selling off their traditional lingerie business.
Yeah, quite the change. They're moving heavily into property and construction, multi-site projects.
And they've got big ambitions eyeing the RM67 billion MRT3 systems tender.
That's the plan. It's a bold move, shedding legacy assets for high growth potential, especially in infrastructure. Big risk, but potentially huge rewards if they pull it off.
Interesting strategy. And speaking of unique strategies, DXN Holdings. They're buying a luxury apartment in Dubai's Burj Khalifa for over RM7 million.
And the reason? As a sales motivation tool for their global distributors.
Seriously, a stay in the Burj Khalifa as a sales prize.
Apparently so. It's definitely an innovative incentive, an aspirational reward, and probably good marketing, too.
Okay, quick run through some other corporate headlines. The High Court ordered my airline co-founder, Alan Goh, to return over RM 8 million to investors.
Ah, yes. Those payments stopped after the Bank Negara raids. That saga continues.
Farm Fresh seems optimistic, expecting profit growth with expansion into the Philippines and Cambodia, helped by softer commodity prices.
Good signs for them. Axiata is focusing on consolidation, merging Indonesian units, and selling digital assets to cut debt. Sensible moves.
Down in Sarawak, they're pushing ahead with renewable energy, scaling up solar.
And Kayamata Sarawak's phosphate plant finally got its power back after a 2-year dispute, nearing commercialization now.
Also in Sarawak, Bina Puri is partnering with Korea's Hanul Electric Group to build a RM 220 million factory.
More investment flowing in. And THNY, an automated test firm, plans an ACE market IPO late next year to fund expansion.
Cycom is teaming up with Telecom Malaysia on AI for customer engagement. Yinson Production working on carbon capture in Europe with a Norwegian firm.
Cita Global is going solo on developing that industrial park in Pahang now.
And a bit of executive movement. CMB's Singapore CEO resigned, effective immediately.
Abrupt. And finally, Deputy PM Fadila Yusof mentioned threats to the Bintulu LNG facility originated from an Indonesian number. Security's heightened.
Okay, let's broaden our view now. International stage, what's happening?
Well, some serious geopolitical ripples. Israel's attack on Hamas leaders in Qatar has drawn strong condemnation.
Qatar being a key mediator. That sounds problematic.
Very. It really threatens to derail ceasefire efforts and escalates regional tensions significantly. Diplomacy just got harder.
Elsewhere, political turbulence continues. Macron's seeking a new PM in France. Nepal's PM resigned amid protests.
And in Thailand, the new PM, Anutin Charnvirakul, disclosed assets over U.S. $124 million. Meanwhile, former PM Thaksin Shinawatra started a one-year sentence.
But hinting at a comeback already.
Seems like it. Always interesting politics there.
On the economic front now. Big prediction about China's yuan.
Yeah, some experts see it rallying significantly against the dollar, maybe up to 14%. Pressure over past devaluations, they say.
Wow, 14% would be huge. What would that mean?
Major shift. It would make Chinese goods pricier globally. Could actually make Malaysian exports a bit more competitive in some areas. Big implications for trade balances.
Okay. Meanwhile, Indonesian assets slumped after their finance minister exited. Concerns about fiscal discipline there.
Right, markets get nervous about stability. Now, look at commodities, quite a contrast.
Oil prices might drop below US $60 a barrel.
That's the forecast, possibly due to supply factors.
Yeah.
But gold, it surged to a new record high, over US $3,650.
Why the surge in gold?
Mostly expectations of US rate cuts. Makes gold, a non-yielding asset, more attractive as a safe haven. Classic inverse relationship sometimes.
And Arabica coffee prices are sky-high too, 2011 levels. Tight supply worries there.
The U.S. and South Korea are apparently deadlocked over a huge investment fund, U.S. $350 billion, threatening their wider trade deal.
And U.S. tariffs are pushing Chinese petrochemical exports into Asia. Companies like Petronas Chemicals are having to diversify.
Yeah, shifting trade flows. In the U.S. itself, small business optimism edged up slightly, but there was a big downward revision in past job numbers. Suggests a weaker labor market than previously thought.
Interesting. Australia's sovereign wealth fund is pulling back from U.S. markets, shifting towards Germany and Japan.
Diversification again. The Murdoch family finalized control of their media empire. That's done now.
And Vietnam, launching a 5-year pilot program for crypto asset trading.
That is significant.
Yeah.
A major economy in the region creating a regulated path for crypto. Could set a precedent.
Finally, Hong Kong's property slump continues. A big U.S. $1.3 billion loan got rolled over as units remain largely unsold.
Yeah, the pain continues in that market. A lot of moving parts globally.
Phew. That really was a deep dive today, covering a lot of ground from local governance to global economics.
Indeed. From the MACC's ongoing efforts and corporate shifts here to those international tensions and market swings.
We hope these insights were valuable for you. It really highlights how interconnected everything is, doesn't it? Corporate pivots, geopolitical moves, commodity prices, they all influence each other and ultimately us.
Definitely something to keep tracking.
For more analysis like this, be sure to find us wherever you get your deep dives and subscribe to the Malaysia Money Matters podcast.
Hey there, thanks for tuning in. If you would like a deeper dive into all the investment opportunities from today's news, subscribe to my newsletter at moneymatters.substack.com. I will be sharing a deeper analysis of the key investment opportunities from today's news, including what makes these opportunities stand out and how they fit into the broader market trends. By subscribing to the Malaysia Money Matters newsletter, you will also get exclusive insights on my watch list and portfolio and fundamental reports on Malaysian listed companies.